is not your typical podcast. We will get into wrestling, lifestyle, and mental health. This podcast is unfiltered and ready to go. The episode will begin in a moment, but before it does, go ahead and give us a follow on all social medias, Tevin Talks, and make sure you give us a follow on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, wherever you may listen to your podcast. Here's Tevin.
My family, how is life? I asked Tevin how Tevin is doing. Tevin is doing just fine. Life be life in some days, but for the most part, I promise you, I am in a great space, and I really hope that you are too. Today I want to talk about patience. That's something that I think maybe 75% of the world do not have. Maybe even 85. Let's go with 85. That's one of those things that, you know, if you don't have it, it's going to be one hard thing to learn, but it takes patience. For me, you know, it's something that I had to learn, and it took me quite a while because a lot of people think that patience is just taking your time with things, with people, with tasks. It's really a mental thing. I promise you it is. And I'll break it down for you to understand it from my point of view. And maybe we will be on the same page when it comes to this. A lot of the times people think that when things don't happen right then and there, that it's not meant to happen, that it'll never happen, or they're just not that person, that it's not meant to be. And for one, again, I'm talking about these things from my experience, things that I've went through, and that maybe it'll help somebody, because I was that exact same way, especially growing up. For a lot of people that don't know, you know, I've been on my own since I was 17, almost 18. I had my own place, and it was rough for me, you know, being on my own that young. If anybody ever has any questions, I promise you I'll answer them truthfully and let you know exactly why I was in the state that I was in. But, you know, it took patience. Again, a lot of people probably don't know, you know, I didn't graduate high school. I actually dropped out of school 12th grade. It wasn't for me. And I know a lot of people are thinking like, well, how do you know if it's not for you? It just really wasn't for me. It's not that I couldn't do the work. It's not that I couldn't get good grades. I just kept getting in trouble. And I got to the point where I just didn't want to get in trouble anymore, and it was just time for me to step away. So I did. I'm not going to say I was the best student. I did not have all A's, I can tell you that. But when I did try, I tried. And honestly, I actually lost probably one of my favorite teachers recently. Name is Hawkins. I think she might have been honestly the only teacher that really gave a chance on me, and I made sure to have A's in her class because she was just that damn good of a teacher. But rest in peace to Miss Hawkins. Shout out to you for being the best teacher, I think, for everybody. She had an outpouring on Facebook, because if you knew Miss Hawkins, you love Miss Hawkins. So Miss Hawkins, thank you for everything, and rest in peace. That growing patience for me, going through a job that I had for a while, which was cookout restaurants. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar, especially if you're in the North Carolina area, you know. I worked there from 2011 to 2022, the beginning of 2022. Very long time. It was technically not my first job. I had two little smaller jobs that really don't count. I don't count them. One was Woods of Terror. Again, if you're from the North Carolina, Greensboro area, you know what Woods of Terror is. Played Jeepers Creepers. I did pretty good at the job, but the money sucked. Actually worked at another restaurant, if you're from North Carolina, the Greensboro, McLeansville area. Anybody that went to Northeast knows Country Kitchen. I washed dishes there for a couple of weeks. Didn't work out. And hit cookout and did over 10 years. Opened up so many locations in different states, ranging from South Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia. Missing some. I know I'm missing some, but it was a time, traveling on the road, going to different states. I actually ended up moving to Nashville, Tennessee, which is where my oldest daughter was born. With all that being said, I'm giving you a rundown of my life, which is so much more. We'll get to that. I promise you. I'll give you bits and pieces, then we'll piece everything together. But it's one of those things that I just learned. I said I started, this whole journey with working when I was 17 and being on my own. I am now 32 years old. And I'm just now, I think, really learning patience. It takes time to get to this mental state. It takes time to be the best version of yourself. I had to go through obstacle after obstacle, jump hurdle after hurdle just to get to this place, because this is where I wanted to be. I got super complacent with being just regular old Tevin and going day by day, working freaking 70 hours a week. That shit is not healthy. Working 80 hours a week. I've worked 90 hours a week. Believe it or not, I've worked 100-hour weeks. It's not healthy, I promise you. Do I take any of that back? Hell no. I would have never met my wife. I don't take any of it back. I met some good people that I still talk to today. One of my best friends. You know what? 2 of my best friends. 3 of my best friends. Guys that I still talk to this day. All from Cookout. We don't even stay close to each other. There goes my guy Samir, my guy Jerron, my best friend Terrell, my best friend Leandro. None of us live near each other. And the closest I live to is to Jerron. But we all still keep in contact like nothing ever changed. And we're all still the best of friends. Shout out to my sis Ty, my sis Asia. My best friends, man. Like, I wouldn't change anything about them. They have always had that love for me. And again, they had patience with Tevin too. I wasn't the best Tevin for a long time. Shout out to my homeboy Devon. Him and his family live in Jacksonville, North Carolina. He's not too far, but I mean, he's hours away. But my guy he's a strong person. He's been through a lot, and man, you know what? One day I will probably have him on here and have him tell his story. Bring a lot of tears to a lot of different faces. I can guarantee you that. Everybody that I named, they all had patience with me. I wasn't the best Tevin for a long time, especially when my mom died. Everybody had patience with me, and everybody stood by me and made sure that I was okay. Wrestling has had so much patience with me. It took me to just now really be able to tap into the best matches, the best storytelling, the best version of TDT. Took quite a while, but I'm here. My wife, I don't even want to really get started on that. The patience she's had with me, I'd have left my ass. I tell you that much. Patience. Now, I will say, I love my wife to death. I love Malika to death. Patience is one of her things that, she's working on it. She's working on it. But when it comes to certain people, she does have a lot of patience for them. Again, that's one of those things that we have to learn on ourselves. And for the people that are stuck and complacent, maybe hit a roadblock, it takes patience, man. I'm going to say that word probably 20 more times just because patience is one thing I guarantee you have not actually sat down and analyzed. What is it that's stopping you from being the best version of you? What is stopping you from getting to the next level? What do you think should change in your life for you to get to the next level? What do you think in your life should change so that way you can live the best life that you want to live, not only for you, but the people that surround you, whether that be your family, your friends, fans in the audience, co-workers, whatever it may be. Whatever gets you up out of bed, makes you look in that mirror and say, today is going to be a great day. I'm going to do better. More than likely, you have to tap into patience. Make sure that you have patience with yourself. It's going to be times that you're going to fail, and that's fine. It's probably just not your time. And guess what? Even if you don't get to where you want to be happy that you tried and that you had patience, because you tried long enough and you finally figured out, hey, you know what? This isn't for me. Then you know, at least I tried. Everything is met. And guess what? You can say that I did it, that I tried to do it. Might not be the best thing. Hey, just like for me, will I get signed in wrestling? Probably not. Let's just be real. But damn it, I'm trying. And if I don't, I will be okay. Because regardless, I tried. I put plenty of asses in seats. I've sold plenty of tickets. I put plenty of smiles on faces. I've made people cry. I've made people laugh. I've made people hate me. Guess what? Regardless of who I was in that ring, whether I was a baby face or a heel, I did my job and I did it well. Same thing for you. I know you're doing well. Now, are you doing the best? Probably not. But that's why we're talking about it. Because maybe, just maybe, this conversation was needed for you today. And my inbox is always open. I tell this to everybody, you know. Some people listen, some people don't, and that's fine. But my inbox is always open to you, and you can reach out, and we can have a conversation. This has been, I feel like, a great talk about patience. Who knows what we'll talk about next? Whatever comes to my mind, I'll be here. I love you all. Thank you. I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you later. I'm out.